Hi, this is Heather Madden, and I designed this course, OAT152 Excel. When you use MyItlab, the software that we have chosen to teach you Excel, you will click on Content, and you will navigate down on the left-hand side to MyItlab, and then you will scroll, and you will see MyLab IT Course Content. When you click on that link, you will see where it says Start Here in MyItlab. That is your work for the first week, and then you'll see a folder for each one of the chapters. There are 11 chapters in this book, and then chapters for the Microsoft Office Specialist Test Review, information for the Microsoft Office testing, etc. So for the first week, you're going to open up the folder called Start Here in MyItlab by clicking on it. The first area is the Microsoft Office Excel e-text. The e-text is the same as though you were to receive a physical text. If you click on it, and then you click on the link that says here, it takes a few minutes to come up, but it is the same as having an actual physical book. And you can click on it and go page by page if you so choose. You can skip to a particular page by clicking on it. Okay. Or you can use the search feature. You can bookmark pages. You can make the font bigger, etc. Okay. If you want to actually order a physical book, if you prefer actual physical books, you can click on the print upgrade and order a book directly from Pearson. The first week, you're going to work on really learning how to use this software, and you're going to learn that by using these videos. There's a lot of videos here. You watch the video and you answer the questions. So for example, you're going to, one of the things you're going to learn about is getting started with the MyItlab video. So you can click on that, click Start. Okay, see where it says Getting Started with MyItlab? Watch this Getting Started with MyItlab video. So you can click on that. It's going to show you the video.
Welcome to your Pearson MyLab IT course. Over the next few minutes.
Okay. And after you're finished with that, you're going to go back and complete the questions. So you complete the question, click Next Question, complete the question, complete next question. When you're done, click Finish, Submit for grading. Okay. Okay. Now, normally you will go down these activities, the order in which they are, in which you see them. If you will see that we have a video here about the value of Microsoft certification. You will be required to complete certification for your final exam in this course. So we're telling you right now at the very beginning of the course what Microsoft certification is and why it's valuable to you. And I think you'll find it very interesting. And if you're 22 years or younger, you can actually be a champion. We have had one of our students already qualify as the champion for the state of Delaware, and maybe you will qualify this year. So watch that. You might be interested. So go through these videos. Make sure you watch them closely because they will tell you how you can work the materials in this course. And remember, you can complete these activities as many times as possible up until the due date so that you can score an A in this course. You can keep completing them until you can score an A, at least most of the activities. Okay, after you're done, use your breadcrumbs and go back. Whoops, I went back a little too far there. And go to chapter 1. Now, from here on out, most of the chapters work the same way. So in each one of your chapters, you'll have your objectives and outcomes, your e-text, your audio PowerPoint, your sim training, your homework, homework 1, homework 2, homework 3, quiz, sim exam, grader project or grader assessment, etc. So you're pretty much, they follow the same pattern each time. So first I'll show you your objectives and outcomes, and it opens up to a Word file, so you'll see it down here. Okay, so you can see that you have, it's showing you your it's showing you your the company we're working with and what you'll be learning in this chapter, your objectives, your the skills we'll be covering, and your assignments for the chapter, and you'll see those for every chapter. The next thing is the e-text, so you can refer back to it every chapter. Here is your PowerPoint.
Excel Chapter 1, Creating a Worksheet and Charting Data. Excel 2016 is a tool to communicate quantitative business information effectively. According to Stephen Few in his book Show Me the Numbers.
Okay, so you have a PowerPoint for every chapter. Now, don't skip these things. That's where you actually learn the course material. I have a lot of people who skip those things and then wonder why they haven't learned the material when they get to the actual projects. So you need to make sure you're actually completing the PowerPoints and going through the e-text. And then when you get to the simulation training, okay, you can complete this as many times as you want. Make sure you're reading this. A lot of students skip that part. You can complete this activity as many times as you want up until the due date. That means you can keep learning from it and scoring higher and higher. Okay, use your learning aids such as read, instructions, and watch. They're integrated into activities when you need help. Click start. Okay, so here I have several things I can do. Make sure you look for your learning aids. Your screen may look different than mine because your screen resolution or size of your screen may be different than mine. Instead of being on the side, it may be on the bottom here. But that's okay. Look for learning aids because that's how you're going to learn this material. You're going to complete this activity as it says, but you haven't learned how to do that yet. So you have to follow the learning aids. So you can read instructions how to do that by clicking on Read Instructions, and it will take you to the specific section in the textbook telling you how to do this. Okay, and it shows you a video.
Let's start a blank workbook, create a folder where we can save our work, and then name the file. In the Excel openings,
So if that's your preferred method of learning, you can do that. If you prefer learning by watching a video, it'll take you directly to the video.
let's start a blank workbook, create a folder where we can save our work, and then
So you won't be going to the e-text at all using that method. Or then the third method is just using practice. So maybe you've done this in a former version of Excel, but you're just not sure how to do it in this version of Excel. So sometimes I use practice because I've done this a million times. I just can't quite remember where. So I use practice.
In the Excel opening screen, click Blank Workbook.
And it works me through each step, one step at a time. So it does it, and then it has me try it. Okay, so don't forget about those learning aids. It's very important. Now you notice you have a sim training here, and then further down you have a sim exam. They're the exact same things, but for the exam you don't have that learning piece. Okay, so you don't have that help. It's not going to tell you how to do it. So learn and do that sim training over and over and over before you do that sim exam, because you're not going to get help with the sim exam. The sim exam you're not going to get the learning aids. Okay. All right. So then you're going to have graded project homeworks, and you'll see you have 3 of them, and they all work the same way. Okay. Once again, you have unlimited attempts. So you click on start. Okay, and it's going to tell you to download the files. So I'm going to download the files, and this activity you're actually going to use Excel to work it. Okay, I'm going to download the files. If you download here, you're going to have a zip file. So if you don't know how to use zip files, don't download it there. I'm going to download it here. The docx files is the Word files. That's the instructions. Okay, notice it's also the rubric, so you can see how many the grading rubric, so you can also see how many points everything is worth. Okay, so it's the instructions and the grading rubric. Okay, and then you can download these 2 files, which are the 2 files you would need to use in order to create this particular project. Okay, if you do it this way, you don't have to worry about zip files. That's what most people do. It's just easier. Okay, and then once you're done that, then you upload the file here. Okay, so you click choose file, and then you upload the file from wherever you have saved it. So I suggest that you make a file on your hard drive named OAT152 and put all your homework files in that one location. Okay, once you're done and you've uploaded a file, don't forget to submit for grading. And then you can do that multiple times. Okay, once you have something submitted, you will see that there'll be 3 little dots right here where the grade is, and you can click on that. Okay, and you'll be able to see your grade once it's submitted, and you will be able to uh, look at the mistakes you made and then re-upload. So you can that's actually explained in the previous chapter. And once you see those mistakes, fix them and re-upload. Make sure you're using your file, not the file where it's showing the mistakes, but use your original file when you do that. Okay. All right, so those are grader projects. They're all basically the same. The quiz is true, false, multiple choice, matching, that type of question. And you can only complete it once. You do not get multiple attempts on that. I've already talked about the simulation exam and the grader project exam, this GP assessment, which is GP assessment, grader project assessment, is like the homework. It is an actual hands-on assessment. So you actually go into Excel for that. Okay, same type of assignment. So that gives you a general idea of how it's going to work in these chapters. If you have any questions, once again, contact your instructor. Okay. And at the end of chapter 4 and 11, you have these capstones, which is basically, it is a comprehensive problem from chapter 1 through 4. And then at the end of chapter 11, you have a comprehensive problem from 1 through 11.